right, now we're going to go through my mobility exercises that I do before I do an upper body workout. So what I'm targeting here is all of the major joints in the upper part of the body. So I'm looking at shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Very simple, takes about 5 minutes to get through all of these mobility drills, and I do this before I do any type of upper body workout, whether that's pull-ups, push-ups, rows, really anything where I'm going to be utilizing my upper body, which is a lot of exercises. So I do this pretty much every time I go to the gym or I work out here at home. Again, this is Under 10 Fitness. My name is Drew Smith. I created and founded this website so that you can get a great workout in only 10 minutes, and we do this all with body weight at home. Now here, let's focus first. We're going to start with the shoulders, then we'll go to the elbows, and then we'll go to the wrists. When I'm doing mobility drills and exercises, I really like to play with my position of where I'm sitting. I can do this standing, I can do this kneeling. It's really all the same to me, but I like to utilize different body positions so that I'm also getting some stretches in other parts of my body. So for this case, I'm just going to do it tall kneeling here. Starting with, let's say, the right shoulder. It doesn't really matter which shoulder you start with. We're going to do figure eights. You stick your arm straight out in front of you, perpendicular to your body, and draw an 8 or an infinity sign. You do 3 repetitions, then you stop and you switch the direction that you are going. 3 repetitions there, then switch sides. Go to the left arm or the right arm, depending on which arm you started with. 3 circles there. Figure eights or infinity circles, and you want these to be pretty big. And then the goal here is to move that shoulder joint. And we're going to move to a different plane. So stick your arm right, your right arm straight out, and draw those big circles there. So imagine you're drawing a big 8 on the wall next to you. There, and then we'll switch sides, switch arms. Just 3 or 4 circles. And you're just looking to loosen things up a little bit. And then the final one, straight up above your head. Draw those big 8s on the ceiling there. Try not to move your whole body, right? You'll get a little bit of movement, but what you're really focusing on here is moving the shoulder. Switching sides. And last 3 sets of the figure 8s here. Now let's move on to our elbows, working the elbow joints here. So I really like to do this when I'm doing push-ups or bench press. Sometimes you get that pain or tightness in your elbows. This is really going to help alleviate that. So start by sticking your arm straight out in front of you. Okay, then bend the elbow like you're doing a bicep curl and touch your shoulder. Then what I do is I take my opposite hand, so in this case it's my left hand, and I rest it on my bicep. This pulls the muscles out of the way to let you get a better circle. Now what we're going to end up doing here is making circles. So first we're going to start here, hand on the shoulder, and then we're going to do a circle out. Now as you come out here, when your arm's straight out in front of you, you twist your palm up, all right? Now what you're going to remember focusing on is keeping that arm straight out. You don't want it to droop or you don't want it to come too high. You want it to be straight out in front of you. Once your hand's here, your palm is up, okay? And you'll bring your palm up around you. And then as you come under your chin, your palm is going to be facing down. Then again, palm up, you come around, down. So that was 3 circles there. Now let's go the opposite direction. Palm down. Once it gets under your chin, your palm's going to come up. Then palm down, and then you come back around and you complete the circle. Palm back down to start, and complete the circle. Now let's go to the other side. Again, arm straight out in front of you, curl it in, gently rest that hand on your bicep, pull those muscles out of the way. Doesn't matter how you start the circles, just as long as you do 3 in both directions. Let's start here, palm up, and come around, palm up, under your chin, last one here, stop, and let's go the opposite direction. There we go. And it should just be a fluid motion. Very good. It takes a little practice there, but once you get which direction the palm should be in, it's really easy after that. Now on to the wrists. So first here, I just like to start by wiggling them and opening them up. Doesn't really matter how you do it. Just wiggle them around a little bit. And then I move to the finger joints as well. And I'll just do little circles with my fingers, doing each finger individually. And of course, the fingers move it as a unit, so you'll get other fingers moving as well. And then I like to roll them in. All right, so imagine that you're trying to grab something with each joint of the finger and rolling it in as best you can. Okay, try not to overflex, because what you'll really start to do is really start to focus on grabbing something, and sometimes you just flex those fingers a little bit too much, which is fine. It's not a huge deal, okay? Then just open and close the hands. Very good. Now, onto the wrists. Same thing that I do with my arms and my shoulders, making those figure eights. I'm going to do the same thing with my wrists. This time I'm going to do them at the same time. So, we're just making figure eights with the wrist. I'm leading it with my thumb and my pointer finger here, trying to keep my elbows and shoulders locked, and then in the opposite direction, leading the figure eights with my pinkies. It feels nice already, just getting the wrists open. Now I'm going to do a little wrist stretch here. Now you're not looking to load this or put weight on it. All you're doing is trying to look for a stretch. So starting palms flat down on the ground in front of your knees. I'll show you from the side here, you'll get to see a little better view. And then I just come over my hands a little bit. Now the weight is in my knees and my back area here. It's not on my wrists. I'm not putting my weight on my wrists. I'm just getting a stretch. I go as far as I need to get a nice stretch. You can feel it in the wrists and the forearms, and that's where I stop. You can take a couple deep breaths there, lean into it a little bit more, and then come back. Now this is very easy. I'm not stretching and putting a lot of weight on this, all right? This should feel good. This shouldn't be hard and painful like an exercise. It should just feel really nice. Now we did palms down. Now let's do the back sides of the hands, all right? Wrists pointing at the ground, so your palms are facing up and your fingers are facing towards you. And from here, we're going to sit back into it. Just a nice stretch there again. You can do it like little pulse reps, and that helps you get into the stretch a little bit deeper. And I don't spend too much time on it, all right? The wrists fatigue really quickly, so you don't want to spend too much time in that position. And that's it. I'll do a little more rolling here if I need to. Also, some spinal flexion, which I've showed in other videos, where you're getting a flexion in the spine and extension there as well. And that's it. Now I'm ready to do any type of upper body workout. This is also really good for just daily mobility. These types of drills you can do throughout the day. Just do a couple reps here and there. Whenever you feel any pain, tightness, you're kind of sore or just bunched up there, you can just do these mobility drills as I do throughout the day, whenever. And that's it. Now you are ready to work out. You can get more workouts and exercises like this on our YouTube channel. You can find all of the links to our podcast and everything else that we do on the website. That's under10fitness.com. That's under TEN fitness.com. And as always, remember, stay motivated.